And then on your space bar, space, space, 2 spaces after a period, always, you do that anyway. Then you put the title of the book. Night, then you underline it. You always underline a book title.
So you don't italicize it, you
No.
just
Underline it. Okay? And then another period. And you don't number them. You can tell, you alphabetize them, that's how you do it. So if you had a bunch of different sources for this paper, let's say you were writing a really long paper, and I made you have 10 sources. You would put them in order by the author's last name. Okay? So if you had a source you were gonna use and the author's last name was Smith, that would obviously go up before Wiesel, because it starts with a W. Let's say you had a source and the author's last name was Adams, that's gonna go first, okay? So they have to be alphabetized by author's last name, yes.
How do you underline a word? I don't.
You highlight it, Adam, can you show
Okay.
her? Okay,
thank you.
you've got a very capable teacher right there. It's pretty easy too,
Okay.
once you get the hang of it, yeah. Okay, now, the next thing you do is you find the publishing company. Okay, and how do you find that? Anybody know?
What I did was like, I went to easybib.com
Mhm.
and I did that.
But you still have to know the information to put in.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So you find the publishing company and date in the front of the book. Okay, in the front of any book. Does anyone wanna take a guess? For the publishing company? Autumn?
Hill and Wong.
Hill and Wang, yes.
Wang, sorry.
That's okay. I'm gonna, my paper wider, so I'm gonna put Hill and Wang,
There's 2 spaces after night, right?
yes. Yes, there is. And, you know, keep looking over at this packet I gave you because it really helps you. Everybody got that?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I think I have it backwards. Put the city first, then put Hill and Wang. What city? Anyone? What city was it published in? Chloe?
France, I think? No,
Mm-mm.
okay, I don't know.
Someone else wanna guess?
New York?
New York, yeah. New York. And what punctuation after the cities? Hmm?
Comma?
Not a comma.
Slash, like I don't know.
Colon.
Colon, thank you. 2 dots. Okay, then put Hill and Wang.
2 spaces.
Okay, then you want the year it was published in, and that's it, yeah.
Do you do 2 spaces after you put the?
After a colon, yes, always 2 spaces.
So after Hill and Wang, you don't do anything to see it?
After Hill and Wang, what kind of punctuation do I put? Comma, thank you. And then just 1 space. And then what year was it published? And always go to the first year, the oldest.
1958.
Yes, 1958,
So I did do it, right?
period. Okay, so you've got author's last name, comma, author's first name, period, space, space. Title of book, underlined, period, space, space. City book was published in, colon, space, space. Publishing company, comma, space, and year it was first published, period. That is a book with 1 author. That's as easy as it gets. Okay, yes.
About the thing about the no numbering it, like Hallie said, Well, if you know the school has the board, how they have Word, like the place where you write documents and
Yeah.
such.
Microsoft Word.
Well, if you look up like where you can number it with those sort of things, there's a thing that's like with dots. I find it that you can use those, and since it doesn't use any type of numbers. And
No, you can't.
No?
You can't use bullets, no. You can't use anything.
I just found it to be like I couldn't know where every point is.
You would probably, a professor would probably give you an F. Because it, because it doesn't follow MLA format.
Wow.
It has to follow Modern Language Association format, and that's what I'm teaching you, so that when you get to college, and if you did that, if you turned it into me, I would hand it back. I wouldn't give you an F, but I would hand it back and say, take the bullets off, because you'll be able to tell, you know.
The periods help you, right?
Huh?
The periods would show you where.
No, the last name shows me where. Like if my next source was Williams, Sam Williams, okay, you alphabetize them. And my next source was, I don't know, give me another name at the end of the alphabet.
Zebra or something.
Okay, last name was Zebra. Okay. You see what I mean? It has to be alphabetized. And this might be Smith.
What is the website?
It's in there, how to cite the website. On each page there's a back. It
Yeah, I know,
is.
Oh, I think your paper goes to the, no, I don't believe this is the last page, but it goes all the way to when you start.
You have to start a new page.
Okay.
The works cited has to be a brand new page. It can't be at the bottom of, let's say the last page of your paper only is halfway done, Sasha. You have to start a works cited on a new page. Absolutely. Even though it's only gonna have one thing on it, and it's gonna seem like a waste of paper to you, it's not. That is exactly how it's formatted. Leah, did you have a question?
Yeah, on the second line, you want us to do that?
Yes, very good question. If, pay attention to this, this can be tricky, but you obviously know how to do it, that's good. This probably won't go onto a second line. You understand what I mean? But if it did, you have to indent it. See how I've come in a little bit here? See that? If your entry requires you to go to the second line, you have to indent the second line, and that's called a hanging indentation. Because the first line is hanging over the second line. You get that? Okay, but I don't think this will require you to. I think this is short enough to fit on one line.
Depending on how small you write.
Well, you can only go as big as 12, so, on your computer, your font.
Really? I can go like this.
Yeah, I
big.
can go like 40.
No, you're
Like-
not allowed
like the
to.
limit.
I mean,
I was like,
you can't go bigger than 12.
So it has to be, okay, sorry, I have to change
And
it.
I actually think 12 is big.
yeah,
Oh. So I have to change my paper to
Times
12.
New Roman is good, Arial's good, Helvetica's good, any of those fonts that are very legible.
What
Yeah.
about Calibrate? That's where I write. It
Well,
basically looks
yeah,
like English.
Yep, that
so,
works, I use
alright.
that a lot too, yeah.
I like the format better.
Yeah, and some fonts are bigger than others, and even though they're the same size, you know what I mean? So I prefer 11. I use size 11 on a lot of your quizzes and tests, and I even have started using 10.5 because I'm saving paper, you know what I mean? Yeah.
The size of my report essay, I made it 18, so you want me to change it to 12?
Oh, yeah, you can't make it 18. Can you show her how to do all that?
No,
Okay.
I know how to change the size. I
Okay.
just don't know how to underline.
Yeah. No, 18's way too big. 18's okay for like headlines sometimes, but that's still pretty big.
What about if you use 14 as a font? Is that alright?
No, it's not.
She said 12 though.
You have to use 12 or under. 11 or 12 is preferred, okay? Alright? And these things I'm teaching you is not because I'm being mean or harsh. These are you know how in math it's like, these are the formulas.
Yeah.
That's what this is. This is the formula to set up your paper, okay? And once you get the hang of it, you'll be like, oh yeah, I remember when I first started my first
Eighth
works
grade.
cited page, right? Yeah. Okay, so the movie, what are you thinking so far?
Hard to understand.
I'm confused.
Okay, it will,
I had my
uh,
mom explain it to me.
yeah,
And how he was like starting the factory.
yep. Schindler is being played by Liam Neeson. Okay, do you recognize who that is?
Voldemort, right?
Huh?
Is he Voldemort?
No, I don't think so, no.
I don't.
Liam Neeson's in the movies called Taken. Seems to be in
Oh.
those like hostage situation movies. But anyway, he's playing Schindler. And the opening scene, you know, is a big party. A lot of drinking, a lot of smoking, a lot of the ladies, right? A lot of dancing, okay? And then they're setting the scene, they're setting it up. But what did you notice they were doing to the Jews?
It was into the ghettos?
Yeah, they were making them leave their apartments and houses, right? And they were starting to write down their names, right? You saw them typing in their names, and you can recognize some of the Jewish names, okay? So, let's watch more. Sure.
So we're having a meeting today?
Yes, we are.
I didn't know.
What do we have on yesterday, video what?
Video 3.
Thank you. You want to turn off the light?
You need to convince him you have traced something valuable to the world. Like what?
I'm a musician.
What is your name goes on the list.
I hear your name goes on the list and put you on tracks. No, that's not true.
You're a musician? Yeah. I'd find a good hiding place if I were you.
I'm not going to hide like some animal. There are places to hide.
You hear it over there. Nicholas, can you hear it?
I graduated of the University of Vaal. Used to work at the hydroelectric station in Rosnov, Blauschein.
Don't get the necessary papers because this card is no good anymore. If you stay in this mine all day, you still get one of these. They're no good. You have to leave the mine now, and you'll get a blue card, a Blauschein, to say that you are an essential worker. I'll get these papers for you at Pankevich Pharmacies. Just there, look. Yes, who is here?
Enjoying the weather, Paulek?
Like the lines.
Need some shoe polish?
Not essential. I think you misunderstand the meaning of the word.
No Blauschein. Stand over there. Move. Next.
Not essential. I teach history and literature. This way it's not essential. It's metal polishing.
It's not right. Very good. He's 53 years old. It's confusing. Thank you.
Crazy, you want to keep your drum.
How many times have I told you? Your work certificate you keep in your pocket at all times. And you leave your drum. How many times I told you?
I'm a metal polisher.
Take the round sheet of tin, dip it in soap emulsion, then place it centrally in the press.
work permits here for the Deutsche Enamelfabriken signed by Mr. Dankler and myself.
If it's carbonized, clean it with a tile. But don't touch both the electrodes at the same time. You'll get electrocuted. Here, have a try. Roll the metal out of the press. And be very careful unless you want your fingers to become part of the keyboard.
Deutsche? And you're right, I agree with you. Moses is a skilled metal worker. He can make tin pots, he can make tanks, he can make whatever Mr. Schindler asks. He's highly skilled. Give him your card. Moses, give him your card.
Now, dip the basin with the tongs into the enamel solution. And after swiveling it around, carefully place it aside to drip dry.
Whatever you ask you, allow me just to represent you and speak for you. Don't say a word.
Filing, filling, keeping track of my appointments, shorthand, typing, obviously. How is your typing?
All right.
Please.
So he's setting up his office and stuff. He's interviewing secretaries. This is kind of funny. See, he's not even looking at her.
You need a secretary, one. I don't know how. They're all so qualified. You have to choose.
Big smile, big smile.
That was caviar. There's a lot of money being thrown around at these parties.
Boxed teas are good. Coffee, pate, kielbasa sausage, cheeses, beluga caviar. And of course, a bit of our German cigarettes. Get as many as you can find. And some more fresh fruit. The real rarities, oranges, lemons, pineapples. I need several boxes of Cuban cigars, the best. And dark unsweetened chocolate, not in the shape of ladyfingers. A chunk of chocolate, big as my hand, to sample at wine tastings. We're going to need lots of cognac, the best. Hennessy. Don't turn your champagne. Get Les Palons sardines. And, oh, try to find apple stockings. It is my distinct pleasure to announce the fully operational status of Deutsche Enamelfabrik, manufacturers of superior enamelware crockery, expressly designed and crafted for military use. Utilizing only the most modern equipment, DEF's staff of highly skilled and experienced artisans and journeymen deliver a product of unparalleled quality, enabling me to proffer with absolute confidence and pride a full line of field and kitchenware unsurpassable in all respects by my competitors. See attached list of available colors. Anticipating the enclosed bids will meet with your approval, and looking forward to a long and mutually prosperous association, I extend to you in advance my sincerest gratitude and very best regards. Oscar Schindler. I need 700 rows from here for next Thursday. 900, no, make it 10 for Wednesday. All this stuff here goes to Mattresses Factory on Tuesday of next week. fond of saying you need three things in life. A good doctor, a forgiving priest, and a clever accountant. The first two, I've never had much use for. But the third, just pretend, for Christ's sake. Is that all? I'm trying to thank you. I'm saying I couldn't have done this without you. The usual thing would be to acknowledge my gratitude. It would also, by the way, be the courteous thing. You're welcome.
Mosca, who is it?
She's so embarrassed. Look at her. You know something? You would like her.
Oscar, please.
What?
I don't have to like her.
You will
Just because you do, it doesn't work that way. You've done well here.
You look wonderful.
Be careful of the step, miss.
Mrs. Schindlerberg.
It's not a charade, all this.
A charade? How would it be a
The
charade?
car, the apartment.
Wait a minute. Take a guess. How many people are on my payroll?
Oscar.
My father, at the height of his success, had 50. I've got 350. 350 workers on the factory floor with one purpose.
To make pots and pans?
To make money. For me. Does anyone ask about me?
Back home? Everybody. All the time.
I won't soon forget the name Schindler either. I can tell you that. Oskar Schindler, they'll say. Everybody remembers him. He did something extraordinary. He did something no one else did. He came here with nothing. A suitcase. He built a bankrupt company into a major manufactory. And left with a steamer trunk. 2 steamer trunks. All the riches of the world.
It's comforting to see that nothing's changed.
You're wrong, Emily. There's no way I could have known this before, but there was always something missing. In every business I tried, I can see now it wasn't me that failed. Something was missing. Even if I'd known what it was, there's nothing I could have done about it because you can't create this thing. And it makes all the difference in the world between success and failure.
Luck.
War.
they're showing you the contrast between these lavish parties and then what the Jews are going through.
It's a beautiful city.
I asked you if I should stay.
It's up to you.
Promise me, Oscar, no dual man or maitre d' will ever presume I'm anyone other than Mrs. Schindler. And I'll stay.
Bye, darling.
So, and freedom just
He's married, but he's not always faithful.
Who is that then? This is why.
That's Schindler.
I could try to read this, or I
His
could eat
wife.
my lunch when it's still hot. We're doing well.
Yes.
Better this month than last.
Yes.
Any reason to think next month will be worse?
The war could end.
What?
There is a machinist outside who would like to thank you personally for giving him a job. Every day he comes, he's very grateful. It will just take a minute. Mr. Rosenstein?
I want to thank you, sir, for giving me the opportunity to work.
You're welcome. I'm sure you're doing a great job.
VSS beat me up. They would have killed me, but I'm essential to the war effort. Thanks to you.
That's great.
I work hard for you.
I'm sure you do.
I'll continue to work hard for you.
That's great. Thanks.
God bless you, sir.
All right.
You're a good man. He saved my life.
Yes, you do.
God bless.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Sorry, Herr Director, but you're running very late. This is for the Obersturmbannführer, sir, and this is for his niece, Greta. It's about,
By the way,
Greta,
don't ever do that to me again.
Go, drive, don't bow.
Did you happen to notice that that man had one arm?
Did he?
What's his use?
Very useful.
How?
Very useful. Success.
Kisten und Schaufeln werden ausgeladen. Jeder nimmt sich eine und dann wird die Straße gereinigt. We will make the work.
You shouldn't think of them as yours, Oscar. You need to understand that some of the officers here don't give a damn about production. To them, it's a matter of national priority that Jews be made to shovel snow. It's got nothing to do with reality, Oscar. You know it, and I know it. Jews shoveling snow. It's got a ritual significance.
Come with me. I am an essential worker.
Essential worker?
Yes. I work for Oskar Schindler.